Okay, how we doing, guys? It's Dino here from Fundamental Guitar. Going to be learning how to play Trouble Sleeping by Corinne Ray. And there's a few jazz chords in there, as with all her songs actually. This one's actually pretty straightforward. You're only going to need 5 chords to play the majority of the song. Those chords are F minor 7, E flat major 7, C minor 7, another F minor 7 but played in a different position, and a G7. Those 4 chords will get you most of the song. There is a bridge in there. To play the bridge, you're going to need to play an A flat, B flat, and C minor. So same shape for those 3 chords. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Before I start breaking it down, I'm just going to play and sing the first verse and chorus so you can hear how the melody fits to the rhythm, and we'll go into the lesson from there. It's late and I'm feeling so tired, having trouble sleeping. This constant compromise between thinking and breathing. Could it be I'm suffering? Never give in, won't say that I'm falling in love. Tell me I don't see myself, play something else. Don't say I'm falling in love. Alright, so that's how it sounds, guys. You probably noticed there, the majority of the verse and the chorus, you're going back and forth between these 2 chords, and they are your F minor 7 and your E flat major 7. Before I start breaking those chords down and looking at the transitions and how to play them, I want to just reference a couple of other chords that aren't in the song, but they're going to be helpful for explaining these chords. So I want to look at your classic F, which is probably the first bar chord most beginners learn. So it's rooted on the 6th string, so that's an F. And that shape there, F major. So and the next chord I want to reference will be your B minor, same shape but on the 5th string as the root. I'm playing in the 2nd fret now because that's a B. That's probably the 2nd chord, bar chord, sorry, that most beginners learn. And those 2 chords I want to reference, those 2 shapes, to help you understand and explain the other bar chords that I'm going to be playing, right? So let's have a look. Your first chord will be your F minor 7. So if we look at that B minor shape, that's a B, that note in the bass, that's the root note. That's why this shape, anywhere on the neck, will be a minor chord. So if we slid it up 1 fret, that's a C minor, 2 frets up to the 5th will be a D minor, so on and so forth, right? So there we're at D. If we was to go D sharp, E, F, so now we're on the 8th fret and we're playing an F minor. If we release that pinky, now it becomes an F minor 7. And that shape, guys, will be a minor 7 for any chord on the 5th string. And just to give a bit of theory as to why it becomes an F minor 7, if you look, that's our root note, right? That's our bass, which is an F. If we look at the string that our pinky's playing, the 1st string, that's also an F, it's playing the octave. We don't really need 2 Fs, so if we release our pinky, we're introducing the flattened 7th note of the scale of F into the chord, which makes it an F minor 7. It's already an F minor anyway, so now we're putting the flattened 7th to make it an F minor 7, and that will be an F minor 7 on the 5th, will be a D minor 7, C minor 7 on the 3rd, B flat minor 7 on the 1st. So now you know you can change any minor chord on the 5th fret into a minor 7th chord just by taking your pinky off, right? So now we want to go from the F minor 7 to E flat major 7. So let's have a look. F minor 7 is going to have to move down 2 frets because we're going to go to the E flat or D sharp, however you want to look at it. So that's E flat, but if we played that shape it would be an E flat minor 7 or a major 7. So what we're going to do is, that 2nd finger there, that's playing the minor 3rd, the flattened 3rd note. So we want to place our pinky finger on the 2nd string in the 8th fret. So now we're no longer playing the flattened 3rd, we're playing the major 3rd. So it's no longer a minor chord, and now that 2nd finger is going to move up a string and play the 3rd string in the 7th fret. So we've got this triangle position going on, and now that finger's playing the major 7th note, not the flattened 7th note, which is why now this has become an E flat major 7. So there we go, E flat major 7, that's an E flat. So if we moved it down a fret, it becomes a D major 7, a C major 7 on the third, B flat major 7 on the first, and even if you took the bar away and played it there, then that's an A major 7. Alright, so those are your first two chords and most of the song, F minor 7 to E flat major 7. So you're going to play that twice round, and then the third time round it's going to go from the F minor 7 to a C minor 7, but on the sixth string, the root. So we could have theoretically gone from the F minor 7 on the 5th string here down to the 3rd fret and played the C minor 7 there, but I prefer to play it up here because the sound suits the way the melody's going with the song. Dynamics of almost every song, guys, when you go to the chorus, the song kind of moves up. And if you was to compare what I'm showing you now to the track, it probably wouldn't fit exactly, but that's because the guitar piece, you know, is fitting in with the rest of the instruments, whereas here we play more of a lead role. So I'm going from F minor 7 now to a C minor 7, but played on the 6th string root. So now it's another shape. That fret we were borrowing in to get your F, the 6th string above that, so in the 8th fret, is a C. So now what I want to do is first finger's going to play that C, second finger's going to play the 4th string in the same fret, then we're going to play the 3rd string and the 2nd string. So we're all in the 8th fret there, and we're plucking the strings that we're pressing. So we're plucking 6, 4, 3 and 2, and that is C minor 7. That shape will be a minor 7 for whatever note you're playing on the 6th string. So on the first it will be an F minor 7, a G minor 7 on the 3rd, A minor 7, B minor 7 on the 7th, and then the 8th is a C, so C minor 7, that's what we want, right? Some people play it by barring the first 4 strings with the 3rd finger and then getting the 6th string with the 2nd finger there. I prefer to play, if your fingers are strong enough, you could have just gone from that bar to just barring, but it takes a lot of pressure there. So anyway, there's your C minor 7, and then I want to go to an F minor 7. So it'll be a bit boring going back to this F minor 7, and again, like I said, we want to go up into the chorus. So now what I'm going to do is slide that same shape, which is a C minor 7, up to the 13th fret, which gives us an F minor 7 but as the 6th string root. So you can hear the difference of that sound, and it's the same chord, but there's just different tonal quality, and we're going up into the chorus. You know, the reason we know that's an F note there, guys, is because we can see, you know, use the dots as our reference points. So we've got your G, your A, your B, C sharp, and then we know on the 2 dots, or sometimes the 2 squiggly lines, that's the 12 frets, so it's the octave. So open E, that's the octave, and then after that it's the guitar, and it kind of starts again. So we know that first note after the 2 dots is going to be our F, so that's our F minor 7, and then after that we're going to go to a G7 chord. So now I want to reference the classic F shape that we spoke about. If you released your pinky, now that becomes an F7. And again, the reason for that is because that pinky is playing the octave, or the same note, sorry, of what the root note is. So that's an F, and that's an F. So when you release that pinky, it's now playing the flat and 7th note in that scale, which makes it a dominant 7th chord. So it's an F7 chord. But you would have noticed, so there on the 3rd, it's a G7, right? So I wasn't playing it with this particular fingering, I was playing it like this. It's the same strings, guys, because when you play like this, if you notice, I'm only plucking the 6, 4, 3 and 2. So this 5th string's obsolete, it's not being played. I don't even need to put the finger on there, so you're only doing that. You know, borrowing can be a bit tricky, strains your hand a lot, so you know, it's preferable for a lot of players to use this shape here. Which is basically going to be, 2nd finger's going to play 2nd string in the 3rd fret, 1st finger's going to play the 4th string in the 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger's going to play the 3rd string in the 4th fret, sorry, 3rd fret and 4th fret, and now your thumb's going to play the 6th string in the 3rd fret. It's kind of like that D shape there, and you're plucking 6, 4, 3 and 2, that's your G7, and that shape, again guys, will be a 7th shape with those strings being plucked anywhere. So that's yeah, A7, B7, C7. So that's your verse. The chorus is the same. It's the same progression. It's the same chords, and it's pretty straightforward. So let's look at the bridge. Really simple again, guys. The F shape, classic F shape, is obviously a major chord, so then it becomes F sharp, G, G sharp. So it's either a G sharp or an A flat, however you want to look at it. So that's the first chord we need for the bridge. So it goes something like. Into the chords that we've learned for the verses, for the outro and whatever. So there we went from your A flat, 2 frets up to make it a B flat, and then the same shape but now on the 5th string root, so your classic B minor shape, but now on the 3rd fret because that's a C, that's your C minor. So that's your first pass. Then it's going to come around again, A flat to your B flat, and this time instead of going to your C minor, we want to go to G7. That takes you back into your verse and stuff like that. So that time I played the G7, the sort of the most common way, which would just be that bar chord there. So it's pretty easy to slide that shape around from there to there, to there, and then up to there. So there we go, that's the whole song, guys. I hope you enjoyed learning it, I hope you understood it. I hope some of these techniques will help you with the rest of your guitar playing, not just for this song. As always, if you've got any questions, give me a shout, and I shall see you again soon. Take care.